everybody! Today I'm going to show you how to make some Fimo Doll's House food for these guys, or maybe for some Slovenian families, or even Cindy's and Barbies or teddy bears. And I'm going to use Fimo modelling clay or some kind of polymer bake in the oven modelling clay. This is the cheaper version which I found on eBay, but they're really good. I actually find them softer to use than Fimo. And they bake in the oven at 180 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes. Here's some of the things I've been making already with Fimo today. I've been making little chick earrings. Ruby, what have you been baking?
I've made a teddy bear and a crown for it.
So it's great fun using this stuff, and today I'm going to show you how to make Fimo plates of food. So here we go. I'm going to start with some white and I'm going to make a plate. It doesn't have to be a very big plate because it's going to be, like I said, for these guys. So I've cut this much and I'm going to, I always start with rolling my Fimo or polymer modelling clay in a ball because that softens it up. Because actually it's quite hard to use sometimes, it's still quite hard. So if you're using white, always wash your hands, especially if you've been using other colours. Otherwise it kind of turns into this horrible grey, spoiled looking white colour. So I've made the circle and I'm going to make it into a plate. So just a basic little plate. See? I'm going to press it down here. I'm being very careful that it doesn't actually get stuck to my chopping board. So there's my plate, which I'm going to leave right here. And the next thing I'm going to use is I'm going to put peas on the plate. So let's have a nice pea colour. So I need to cut some tiny piece, and then I'm going to again warm it up in my hand and roll it into a long sausage like this. I'm trying to do this with one hand here. I can't find my tripod. So I've made the long line. Now I'm going to cut it into small pieces, and it's going to be peas on a plate. So I need quite a few. So I'm using a very sharp crafter's knife. And each one I'm going to roll into a little ball. So now I'm going to start making these peas by rolling them and putting them on the plate. I think we're going to do fish fingers and chips here, and maybe some tomato sauce. So here we have a plate of peas so far. Next I'm going to make some fish fingers and chips, maybe some baked beans and tomato sauce. Or sausages. I'll start with sausages. This looks like a kind of sausagey colour. It's kind of pinky brown. It's quite dry. So we warm it up. And then I'm going to roll it into a sausage. But I'm going to cut them. I'm going to cut it into a couple of sausages. So maybe let's do two sausages. Now we've got very straight edges, so obviously I'm going to have to round them off, or they won't look like sausages. So I've made the edges nice and rounded. I'm just going to put them on the plate. Two lovely sausages. I think we'll make some baked beans. So I need some orange. There's a nice orange. I don't need much. Sausages, peas, baked beans. It's making me hungry. Again, warm it up because it's kind of crumbly. If you look, it's just all crumbly. You can't make much when it's crumbly like that. Then I'm going to do the same as I did for the peas, basically. and cut them into slightly different shapes. Slightly longer bean shapes, I suppose. So here we have the sausages, baked beans and peas already. Now I'm just going to add some tomato sauce. So I'll get some red. A nice red, I only need a tiny bit. Just a little bit like this. And I'm going to squish it between my fingers into a splodgy tomato sauce shape. Okay, pick it up with my crafty knife. And when I've baked this in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes on 180 degrees, I'll varnish this. I just use clear nail varnish, but you can buy special Fimo varnish. And there we are, I've finished. So if I just very gently pick this up, here we have a tiny plate of food. Oh, that looks nice. I think it's just the right size for a little person for the middle size. It'll look lovely when it's baked. Next I'm going to make a hot dog. So I'm going to start with this pinky coloured, which is sort of bready coloured. Cut a small slice off there. This is going to be the brown, which I'm going to, actually we could do a burger and a sausage roll. So I use the pinky one for a sausage roll and the brownie one for a burger. Lovely colours. So let's roll this into a nice sausage roll shape. That was easy. That didn't take long at all. There it is. And then I'm going to cut it down the middle, like you do with a nice hot dog. I meant hot dog, not sausage roll. There we go. And I'm going to make my sausage. A bit smaller to fit in there, and then round off the ends again like we did with the plate of food. Open up the hot dog a bit more. I think we need some tomato sauce in there, so a bit of red, put it into a ball like I always do. Make a line. It doesn't have to be neat because it's sauce, so it can be a bit splodgy. The sauce goes in the middle. And then the sausage. That's too big. Make it smaller. And there you have the hot dog. And obviously I want to add the detail because it's meant to be a bread roll. So I need to use the point end and just make some kind of dots to make it look like bread. A bit of a texture. You could use sandpaper or an emery board and just imprint it on top to make that. Hot dog. Ooh, that looks nice too. Next, I'm going to make a burger. So I need some more of this one. Roll it into a circle shape. We're going to need mustard in this one too, won't we? So roll it into a circle, like a bread roll. Now, without squishing it, because it's quite squishy, I'm going to cut this down the middle. So the way to do it is to spin it as you go with a sharp knife and try and get straight through the middle without flattening the whole thing because it's so soft. I'm nearly through. There we go. 2 halves of a bread roll. Put those there. Flatten them down a bit. Now we can make the burger. So I'm going to need the dark brown. Doesn't need to be very big. I'd say too big, maybe this much. Really easy, just make the circle and squash it into a burger size and put it on onto your roll. Obviously See, now we need another layer, just the same, of tomato sauce and a bit of mustard, I think. So again, but a bit flatter this time, and it can sort of ooze out the side a bit too. It's okay. I need a little bit of bright yellow mustard. Circle, squish. So easy. Such an easy thing to make with children or grown-ups. You could even make burger earrings. It's the sort of thing I'd wear. Like I said, these are the earrings I made today. I'll be wearing those. Chicks and teddies. Oh, and bananas. There you go. Then we've got the burger. Again, we can make the dentations on the top. We could even, what we could do is make some seeds on the top. So that's a good idea. I'm going to make loads and loads of tiny dots basically, and then just stick them on. So there you have it, all finished. All they need to have now is bake in the oven for 15 minutes or 20 minutes on 180 degrees. He looks really happy with that. Once they're baked and they've hardened, I'm going to varnish the things like baked beans and sauce with clear nail varnish to make them look shiny. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please add a comment or let us know what you've made with Fimo for dolls' houses. Please like and subscribe to our lovely channel. We make lots of nice things here at Forest of Dean Rocks. Bye bye, I'm going to enjoy my food now.